Anthony Davis was fed up with last season's coaching regime, and more news has emerged about LeBron James's impact on this season's coaching hunt. But with that being said, most people watching this video right now aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button for everything Lakers Digest. And let's get into this story. After losing to the Denver Nuggets for the second consecutive year in the playoffs, the Los Angeles Lakers would fire head coach Darvin Ham. Now, throughout this NBA season, there had been speculation that players in the locker room and Darvin Ham did not see eye to eye. Most of it having to do with rotations and sets being ran throughout the course of a basketball game. In the early stages of the season, there have been rumors swirling around the internet that players like Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell felt like that they weren't given the same level of grace on the basketball court than some of their teammates like Cam Reddish and Torian Prince. It was a matter of Coach Ham allowing Torian Prince and Cam Reddish to play through their mistakes, while guards like Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell were really allowed to play based on their ability to make or miss shots. Although Darvin Ham came to the defense of his players throughout their round one series against Denver, once the season ended, he did clap back at a lot of the commentary and rumors that he dealt with throughout the season. Specifically speaking on the fact that he didn't know how he was expected to be successful, especially at the start of the season, if his best players were not performing at a high level. Now, Darvin Ham's relationship with D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves was not great this NBA season. It was almost toxic at points. However, the biggest reason why Rob Pelinka and the front office decided to move on from Darvin Ham was due to the fact that Darvin Ham and all-star power forward Anthony Davis did not have a good relationship. It was recently reported that Anthony Davis was fed up and out on Darvin Ham, saying that he wasn't on board or could not connect with him at all. This past Friday, Sam Amick was the first to report this story on the Rich Eisen show, in which he talked about how one of the biggest reasons why LA went forward in moving from Darvin Ham was due to the fact that Anthony Davis had disconnected from him as a head coach. With the concern of Anthony Davis having a history of not getting along with coaches and asking trades, the Lakers are still trying to build their future around Anthony Davis and this third star that they potentially plan on bringing in Donovan Mitchell. With that being said, the Los Angeles Lakers are doing what's in the best interest of their stars. Throughout the frustrations of this past season, Anthony Davis at one point during a loss had spoke about how this Los Angeles Lakers team just at times does not look like they know what they're doing on the basketball court. When this question was brought back to Darvin Ham, he just kind of shook it off and rebutted that him and AD would have that conversation and more the it's about the grind and we'll figure it out as a team kind of rhetoric. Now, obviously, these frustrations by AD were felt by other players on this basketball team. So the Lakers ultimately moving Darvin Ham was really foreshadowing throughout this season. One of the reasons Anthony Davis' frustrations were amplified throughout this season were due to the fact that Anthony Davis was having a career season. In a year where he answered a lot of questions about his health and his ability to play high level defense and high level offense, he answered those questions a lot this year. And unfortunately, due to the Lakers' seeding and record, he really wasn't recognized for the type of season he had. Also, Anthony Davis, at multiple points throughout this NBA season, would have it going on both ends of the floor. It seemed like the coaching staff would not find Anthony Davis easy baskets, although he was already firing on all cylinders in certain games this season. The Lakers' number one priority going into this season and the future is being able to maximize this window of opportunity that they have with Anthony Davis and with LeBron James. Now, we all know the Lakers are in business to look for a third star, but keeping their best two players happy is important, not only due to the fact that it keeps the morale of the team together, but really, if this Lakers team wants to reach a championship, Anthony Davis is that horse that is going to lead you there. He's your best defensive player. He's really your best player overall. I know LeBron James is the GOAT and have all these accolades, but he's also 39 heading into the age of 40. Anthony Davis has a few more years left of his prime and his ability to be a top three to top seven player on the planet. And so Rob Pelinka, Jenny Buss, and the Lakers organization have to do what's best for this organization and what's best for their players. And if removing Darvin Ham what was best for their players, that's the move you have to make. Now, other players on this team will probably be in the shuffle for that third star. However, Anthony Davis is the brightest star. And because of that, if he has a disconnect with the coach, it really doesn't do good for your locker room or your continuity to keep him there playing a brand of basketball that just isn't fitting your team. Now, as the Lakers head coaching search continues, it was rumored that the Lakers are locked in on pursuing JJ Redick as their next head coach. Now, this is the controversial pick amongst NBA fans and Lakers hopeful due to the fact that JJ Redick has a podcast with LeBron James, also due to the fact that JJ Redick has no experience being a head coach at any level, whether it be high school, collegiate, or professional. Udonis Haslam himself even said if JJ Redick was to become the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, it would create a very cynical locker room. Now, that is yet to be determined based off who the Lakers decide to put in that position. However, LeBron James and his camp have come out and said that LeBron will not have any input in who the Lakers decide to choose as their next head coach. He will leave that all up to Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, and the Lakers organization. Now, although LeBron James and his camp have come out to say that he's going to have no involvement in the head coaching decisions, unfortunately, most people still believe he is lay GM, as they say. And so we'll automatically assume that whoever Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss bring in for the head coaching job, that LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but specifically LeBron James, made the decision on who that head coach is. In some ways, it's safe to agree with Udonis Haslam that if JJ Redick is thrusted into this role as the Lakers head coach, there will be a lot of questions probably in the locker room from the sense of if the Lakers lose, are JJ Redick and LeBron going to have a podcast about this after? And it could create some level of discourse in the Lakers locker room. I'm more in favor of the Lakers going to get a Michael Norrie from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even a Sam Cassell out of the Philadelphia 76ers would be a better fit for this Los Angeles Lakers team. It is important that this Lakers team has a veteran coach who has experience. One of the issues with this Lakers team is that you had a head coach who would draw on boards, don't contest without fouling, and the issue with that is there needs to be plays called. There needs to be real adjustments. Going up to a podium and saying, we want Mike, I wish Mike Brown would show me what plays he was running so I know what to counter with. It's funny, but for a team like the Los Angeles Lakers who have expectations of a championship every season, that level of rhetoric and honestly unseriousness at times is not going to work here in Los Angeles. Now, the Lakers going to get JJ Redick is that Hollywood blockbuster move, and we've seen guys like Steve Kerr have success when thrusted into these positions. However, you do find yourself in a lot of scrutiny if it doesn't work out, and also for a locker room having to watch their oldest and greatest player along with their head coach do podcasts after wins and losses could create a lot of problems and discourse in a locker room. Now, with all of that being said, do I believe that JJ Redick probably doesn't have the brains for the position? He knows a lot about basketball, but it still remains to be seen if he can deal with the human elements of being a head coach. Now, with that being said, this NBA season, Lakers Digest will follow all things head coaches, all things NBA draft, but please hit that subscribe button on the way out. Most people watching this video right now aren't subscribed. I'm JayRob with Lakers Digest. Peace.